Don't talk to proxy stalkers. All right? Don't talk to them. Even though they're behaving in a way that would make you have to, don't speak to them. All right? There are going to be people who are going to try to force you to interact with them. And you may be compelled to speak because you are a polite person. All right. But what you fail to realize is this person is an energy vampire and they're trying to steal light from you. All right. They're trying to take your good luck. They're trying to get your blessing from you. All right. They're trying to feed off of your spirit. It's more than them just trying to have an interaction with you and trying to get them to you to speak to them. The spirit on them is fighting for your acknowledgement. All right. The spirit on them is fighting for you to basically just look at them and pay attention to them. All right. That's really all it is, folks. All right. So you'll have people who will basically, force themselves to try to get you to talk to them and you don't have to. All right. This could be, if it's at work, say hello. You don't want them to peg you as someone who feels they're better than other people or someone who feels they don't need to speak. But people out in public, like when you're not at a place where you're getting paid to be, I would just mind my business and, live and let live. And, you can walk around people, you can ignore people, you can act like they're not there. All right, they may try to make it harder for you or more difficult for you to speak to them, to not speak to them, because that's their objective. All right, their goal is to get you to talk to them, but you don't want to. All right, plain and simple. You don't want anything to do with this person. All right, but the thing is, they're trying to basically make you have something to do with them, and that can become annoying. All right, it can become annoying, and basically, you might have to tell this person to, hey, man, I don't like when you walk up on me like that. I don't like when you approach me like that. All right, this is what communication is for. Don't just keep getting upset and mad at people for doing things. All right. And I know I just said not to speak to these people, but if it continues, a viable option for you to solve this problem, all right, is for you to say, hey, you need to chill out. All right. I have no problem, speaking to you if that's what, if that's what you would like. But how you're doing it is going to make me ignore you or just act like you're not even there. You can't be walking up on me like that. You can't be, trying to approach me like that and basically force me to talk to you. And if people act out of pocket, ain't nobody trying to force you to talk to nobody. That's how you know to leave. Okay, this person is stupid. All right, this person is stupid. All right, this person is not totally there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this person be. All right, those are just and I'm talking about no offense, but those are the people who are I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but those are the people who are really crazy. All right, you know how you see somebody talking to themselves, digging through the trash can. All right, you say a prayer for them, but you probably, unless you're helping them with something or offering them some food or something that could help them, you probably wouldn't speak to that person. You would probably just walk on by and leave that person to what they were doing. It's the same thing with these people. All right, leave them to what they're doing. All right, they might, the other day I had some people basically like basically time my movements so that way we would meet at this a particular point, and this person spoke to me. Back in the day, I would speak to people and it would piss me off. I'm like, why did I just speak to that person? Why did I just say something to that person? And then I would be upset or mad. And the reason why I was mad is because I could felt that my energy had just been stolen. All right, it feels like somebody going in your house and taking something, that's not theirs, that they shouldn't be doing. All right, it feels like, somebody's taking something from you that belongs to you, taking something that belongs to you. You don't want people taking things that aren't theirs from you, because it's yours. All right. So not that you don't have time to share with people, not that you don't have energy to share with people. You're not stingy, you're not self-centered. All right. You're not egotistical. You just like what you like, and you're allowed to like your privacy. You're allowed to like your space. You're allowed to like distance between you and other people. You're allowed to like that. All right. People are going to do things to try to get on your nerves a lot. The other day, I was waiting to get picked up. I got up out my seat, and before I could even sit back down, this person that was sitting like a few inches away from me just went and sat in the area that I was sitting at. And I just looked at this person, and they like, people will do things like that to try to get on your nerves. And there's a lot of demonic energy out in the world today. All right. There are things that you see come out of people and bad sides that people have that they may not even be aware of. All right. The things that people are doing, they're probably not even consciously aware of. It's probably some type of spirit, not probably, but it's most likely a spirit that is pulling on them to behave that way. So you have to just let it go and excuse their behavior. You have to excuse these people. There are things happening spiritually that you are interpreting as a physical altercation. All right, they're like, when this weird things start happening around you, something is going on spiritually. All right, you have some spiritual haters. All right, your angels are up there going to war with these demons. All right, but you are just encountering the lowest form of it on the physical realm. There's some spiritual out, some spirituality behind it. All right, some spiritual stuff going on here. But you don't have to speak to people that you don't want to. All right, I'm just putting that out there for all the good people, for all the kind-hearted people, for all the people who consider themselves to be, to be, a good Samaritan. All right, you don't want to be a rude person, but you're not being rude. There's nothing rude about not speaking to someone that tried to force themselves on you. So this person, I'm walking. This person puts themselves in front of me, and I just didn't even say anything. They were like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's like they'll always talk so fast. That's how that person got some demons on them. Hey, how you doing? And it's like, what the, like, who feels the need to do that to a person? If somebody, even if it's because you're moving fast or it's because you look like you have somewhere to go, why wouldn't they just call, "Hey, what's up?" or shout you out over from across the way or something? Like, why have to put themselves directly near you? It's because they're trying to transfer some energy. They want an energy transfer to take place. All right, this person is a thief, and they're trying to steal from you. All right, that's why this person is in your way. That's why they're doing something petty. Whether they get a positive response, whether they get a negative response, they just want a response, period. They just want you to talk to them, but that's not the way you go about it. I know there are some people that, have no problem. "Hey, what's up? How's it going?" But, not everybody is one of those people. Some people don't like forced interactions. Some people are ready to knock your block off because of you trying to force yourself onto them. Not everybody is with that. So, like I said, the best thing to do if it keeps happening is to communicate with people. Let them know, "Hey, I don't appreciate that. I don't like you coming up on me like that. I don't do that to you. Don't do that to me. If there's something that you have to discuss with me, talk to me about it. Call me. Don't just run up on me or rush up on me, or because like sooner or later I'm gonna be sticking my hand out at you, and if you keep coming closer, you may get shoved or pushed or something." And it's like, why, I don't like people walking up on me like that. I have that right. That's my right. You got to respect that. I respect your personal space. You got to respect mine. If you don't, then, we're not going to be the best of friends. All right. And you just kindly let people know that, you're not to be played with. All right. And people will get the point and be like, okay, they'll think twice when you say something to them. But when you don't say anything and you just keep letting things happen, and you think people are going to stop, it doesn't work like that. The more you try to avoid people, the more they're going to either put the pressure on you to try to force you to interact with them. The more they're going to try to, keep popping up and try to get into your space or get into your face. So it's best to just let people know where you stand with them. "Hey, I don't appreciate this type of behavior. I don't like this. You don't see me doing this to you. You don't see me doing this to anybody. You want to watch me from over there. You want to be in my business from over there. All right, don't necessarily say that right off the back, but you know what to say to them. Hey, like, just give me my space, give me my distance, and we're cool. If there's anything you need to holler at me about or talk to me about, you can, but this is not the way to go about doing it. All right. I'm cool, but I'm not that cool to where you could just, run up on me like that. People, that's how people get into, altercations and fights and stuff like that. But if you have a person that is disgruntled, if you have a person that wants to give you an attitude, don't keep talking to that person. That person's an airhead and they're looking for some trouble. They're looking for someone that they could get into it with. A lot of people will try to set you up like that as well. They're looking for fights. They're looking for arguments. They're looking for something to do. They have nothing to do. All right, this person's probably sitting around all day, not doing anything. And they're most likely using you and other people like you who are busy to give them something to do, to cause some drama, to start some trouble, to try to make an issue out of nothing. All right, they're going to try to make an issue out of nothing. Why? Because that's what they do. They cause problems. They start trouble. They want you to, they want to be a bully to you. All right, you're talking about people who do things purposefully to try to get other people to be upset and they feel good from those things. These are the type of people that we're talking about. So, but the thing is, you can choose to speak to them if you want to, or if you don't want to, you don't have to. All right. Stop putting pressure on yourself or stop getting upset over things you have no control over. And most definitely stop, volunteering your anger towards things you do have control over. You don't have to get upset over people who are forcing themselves on you. You can kindly communicate to them that that's not what you like and you don't appreciate that behavior. All right. You can not speak to them if it gets past that. If it gets to a point to where this person knows you don't like it, they're doing it on purpose. You could even, go as far as getting a body camera. You can go as far as pulling your phone out whenever this person approaches, start recording them, and just record each and every, just take data logs on this person if you must. All right, and then if you have to, show it to someone. Be like, look, I don't want to start any trouble. I got this person on camera a good 40 times. Every time I'm out in the parking lot, every time I'm headed to this area, every time, I'm going to the water break room or the bathroom or whatever, I got to deal with this. And then show them all the recordings. People will leave you alone when you start to document things. All right, I said get a data log. I was looking for the D word. All right, for document these people if you must. If they find it a must to keep harassing you and bothering you, find it a must to document them. Get these people on camera. All right, if you have to, write it down in a notebook. January this day, March this day, February this day, April this day, May this day, October this day, whatever day. All right, write it down, videotape it, whatever. All right, get your own personal documents ready. All right, and be like, yo, you could, when they keep bothering, be like, yo, I'm documenting this, right? What are you talking about? Every time you do this to me, I'm documenting it. I got it on I got some footage. I got some things written down. I even recorded when I asked you to stop doing it. You didn't think I had my phone out that day, but I did. People will think twice before messing with you when you do things by the book. It's like you tell people one thing, they keep wanting to do another thing. By that point, they are well aware of what they're doing and the effect that it's having. They know that at that point, they're having fun by doing something they don't have any business doing. Oh, I'm going to be a bully to this person. I'm going to be a bad guy to this person. I'm going to be annoying to this person. They're getting off on that. So what you have to do is you have to make it a little bit more difficult for them each time. You can switch up your routines. You can do things earlier, do things at a different time. All right. If you want to, make sure you have some things on you in case, you got to teach somebody a hard lesson, because, some people are in more, I would say more non-safe areas than others. All right. Don't be ashamed to get you some training, some boxing, some Muay Thai. All right. Get you some training. All right. Carry something on you for protection. All right. People who are focused, people who are about their business, you know, you don't have time to get into it with people. You want to, get out of a situation as soon as possible. All right. You're not looking for any trouble. You're not trying to out here prove anything. All right. So if you have to use your hands, if you have to use something else, whatever you feel comfortable. When they step to you or come to you, or try to bother you, and they're trying to get physical, they're stepping into your world. It's your dojo at this point. You have the right to handle a situation however you please. All right, when people are stepping to you and trying to, make you not feel at ease. All right, so you'll have people who will not get the message. All right, people who will try to be a bully to you. So basically, you just keep explaining it to them. You keep documenting everything, keep explaining it to them. And at some point, once you're tired of explaining yourself, you just don't say anything to this person. All right, you just kill them with silence. You act like they're not even there. But if they take it to a point to where they make you have to acknowledge them, all right, and talking to them is no longer working, and it's to the point where this person may try to get physical. You'll have your options. All right, that's why when you have people like this who bother you, if you're the type of person that attracts these kinds of people, it's good to know a few things, and it's good to know how to handle a situation with a bully when you get into one. All right, especially if you're going to have to use self-defense. All right, we definitely don't advocate violence on this channel, but there are some instances where you will have to defend yourself against people. All right, let's act like this isn't a real thing. All right, some of us, we bring a lot of negative energy out of people without even trying. It's not like you're trying to get into a fight, or it's not like you're looking for a fight, but you'll have people who will try to give you one because they're just that jealous. They're just that hateful. All right, you see what they did to young Dolph. All right, they pulled up on him while he was getting some cookies, and they aired his van out. They aired his vehicle out. Why? Because they were hateful, they were spiteful, they were jealous. When you start to move up at your job, or people see you start going to work, now you were sitting around every day, now you're starting to level up, you're starting to do some things different. There are going to be people who could possibly feel some type of way about that. And you don't have to back down from anyone, but you do have to be intelligent about how you move. All right, being smart and moving smart doesn't equate to being a coward. It equates to someone that cares about their life and the choices that they make, and where your decisions will land you. If you make a bad choice or a bad decision and it gets you someplace where you don't want to be, there's no coming back from that. All right, you split decision and split somebody's head wide open. You're going to have to deal with the repercussions for that. All right, so you know it's best in certain situations to not speak to these people, but if you must, you're going to have to learn how to communicate at some point. Sometimes you can get away with not looking at people because that lets them know that you're not engaging with them, but sometimes people make it so you have to look them dead in the eye, and you have to let them know that you mean business, and they're not going to be able to play with you like they would like to. All right, some of us, we face some weird, strange people that just don't know how to take no for an answer. It's like you don't want to, interact with them, you don't want to deal with them, but they're going to try and make you. All right, and it's because they feel that you're better than them, and with you ignoring them, if this person is jealous of you, or this person is a hater, they're going to feel like you're too good to speak to them. All right, when that's not the idea at all. It's not that you're too good to speak to anyone. It's just that they don't understand that the behavior that they're administering warrants you wanting to keep your distance. All right, this person is acting like a whole ratchet. All right, this person is acting like Mr. Ratchet, and you just don't want anything to do with that. All right, people can be whoever they want, but it's certain things that certain people don't tolerate. If someone is trying to do something to you that you don't tolerate, you don't have to put up with it. All right, so you're either going to have to ignore this person, or you're going to have to communicate to this person and explain to them, like, hey, look, all right, you barking up the wrong tree. I'm not bothering you. If I don't bother you, don't bother me. If it goes further than that, you're just going to have to ignore this person. All right, even if they try to, set you up. All right. Some people will try to set you up and try to get you into something physical. Don't take the bait. All right. This person could let you hit them and then try and sue you. All right. You never know what these people have planned. All right. And most of the time, it's not going to turn into anything. It's just them trying to appear tough, them trying to appear hard because it's something about you that intimidates them. And the fact that they may feel tougher than you, or they may feel, more powerful than you, or whatever they have going on. All right. They may feel that they're better than you or something, or they may, however they feel about themselves. Right. If they're still intimidated by you, that could upset them. Why am I hating on this person? Why am I intimidated by this person? A lot of people, who don't know how to, who aren't too bright and don't know how to sort things through mentally, they end up getting upset and getting angry. And because they can't figure out why something is, now they want to, they don't know how to productively go about, solving their problem. And the only result is them trying to either get physical with you, them trying to get attention from you, them trying to steal your energy, all right, because they have no other way of trying to fix how they feel about you in their mind. So it's like you're causing them some type of insecurity, you're causing them to feel some type of way, and this person is losing it. All right. You got this person losing their mind because of things that they're realizing about themselves when they get in your presence. All right. They thought they might have been, the best person around. They thought they might have been this big bad person, or they thought they might have been cool, but there are people who can't take someone who's better than them in their presence because it's damaging to the ego. All right, you have people tell you something, oh, you're handsome, or you're this, or you're the best, or whatever, people tell people. And then when they get around other people, it's like when somebody is taking that light from them, or when somebody else is getting all the attention that they're used to getting, people usually don't handle that too well. All right. And sometimes people will revert to handling it the only way they know how. All right. If a person is a sociopath, instead of being empathetic, they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm used to people, showing me love. I know what that feels like. That's good that this person is getting some love. Good for them. All right. Yeah, this person is cool. I see that. I see their attributes. I see them working what they got to work with. Cool. That's what's up. Empath. And then you'll have people, sociopath. This person took all my friends from me. This person is stepping on my toes. This person's trying to be the new cool person at the job. This person is trying to be better than me. All right, this person is going to, everybody seems to like them, but they don't like them the way they like me. People feel some kind of way about that. It's like, oh, so-and-so is liked more than me. So when people tend to have an attitude over something that you can't control, and it's something personal, all right, don't take it personal. All right, people are going to basically try to make an issue out of nothing. All right, they're basically going to try to make an issue out of nothing because they have their little hate or their jealousy towards you, and they don't know how to process it. All right. So when people don't know how to process things, it causes them to be upset, especially if they don't have the level of intelligence. All right. I'm not trying to be smart, but you see people on TV all the time. You'll have someone who can't figure something out, but they get angry. And it's like the only thing they can resort to is violence. You have some people that they aren't intelligent enough to not sort through the things that they deal with mentally. And they don't understand that there's other ways to handle things, or they do, and this is the way they just want to go about handling it with you, because like I said, they either want to try to intimidate you, sometimes they want to try to put fear in you, sometimes they want to try to scare you into basically not being yourself. They want you to dim your light so that way they'll be more satisfied, or they'll be more confident. Or their lack of confidence has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with anyone. It's something that they have to fix on their own. All right, so these are the people that you don't have to talk to. All right, they're going to try to create a situation. All right, you may be coming up the stairs. This person may be coming down the stairs very fast. All right, they're going to do things out of the ordinary, things to throw you off, things to try to, get you to take your attention off yourself and put it on them. All right, I can't say that enough. And it's very important that you have to work your mind like a Jedi, pretty much. Like, you have to become a mastermind. You have to like tune in and tap in to different states of your mind, like peaceful states, focused states, more than other people, because like you're pretty much under attack. All right, there are people who are trying to get inside your head and try to change the way you feel by the things they do to you, and you have to work your mind in order to not let that happen. So that's pretty much it. All right, you're pretty much doing you know, jujitsu, mental jujitsu. All right, so you might want to get some physical training, but despite the physical training, you have to have mental training as well. It's good to train yourself physically, so that way you could defend yourself, but it's also good to train your mind so you could and so you could mentally defend yourself as well, because the spiritual warfare, it's all mental. All right, it's all people trying to attack this. It's all psychological warfare. It's all going on up here. All right, so they're trying to stimulate your mind in a way to make you have a negative response, and you basically have to ignore the stimuli. You have to ignore the stimulation. All right, you have to not allow them to stimulate you. The not allow their stimulation to basically, you know, get you angry. All right, so I'd like to thank you for watching this video. You don't have to talk to anybody that you don't want to. You don't have to be rude. Don't say anything under your breath. Don't allow them to know that they're getting to you when they do these things. Just silently walk past them. Just walk on by. Just walk on past them like they don't even exist. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.